Now, you may have noticed that our Children, Youth and Families Department, or CYFD, is getting a bit of an upgrade. We're talking new logo, new website. Leadership is even paying top dollar to just spread the word.
But what does that say about the department's priorities? And could this finally be the answer to the department's self-proclaimed perception problem? Here's 4 investigator Brittany Costello.
In many ways.
There is a new plea for CYFD leadership to take its current crisis seriously.
The Children, Youth and Families Department is better known for its failures.
He should be alive today. There's no question about it. He should be alive.
Over and over, we've shared the stories of children who've died, of warning signs not just missed, but ignored.
There have been failures on many accounts for many years.
I think honestly, people just see the work that we do in protective services and investigations in that area. And I think really the word that I'm trying to spread is that we're so much more than that.
CYFD Secretary Teresa Casados calls it a perception problem that has to change to recruit the right workers, the boots on the ground people who can make meaningful improvement. But intentional or not, this is the most obvious sign of change so far. A brand new logo and a work-in-progress website. The state spent close to $130,000 for both in 2022. Democratic Senator Jerry Ortiz-Pino is a retired social worker.
It doesn't really make any difference. The people in the field won't even notice.
While it does look nice, most will agree the new logo should represent something more. Cliff Gilmore is a former public information officer for CYFD. He was fired, then later sued the department for retaliation.
Rebranding can help, but it has to be part of an actual concrete change. It has to be change that you can demonstrate and show.
While the rebranding money is just a speck of the department's overall budget, Senator Crystal Diamond Brantley thinks it's a wasted effort.
You know how you get public buy-in? They need to prove that they are producing outcomes, that we are protecting kids.
Outcomes 4 Investigates has been tracking with CYFD's Comprehensive Addiction and Recovery Act, or CARA. It's an unfunded program designed to help families and newborns struggling with addiction. We've learned more than a dozen babies over the years have died without proper oversight, which brings us back to that new logo.
You're spending that money on that when for the last 5 years, the department has said, we don't have the money to spend on life-saving programs like CARA.
Absolutely. I think that's, a fair statement.
Before her time as secretary, Casados says dollars were set aside for a new logo and marketing efforts.
Another thought would be, hey, why not market this program that no one knows about?
And I think that our new website will do some of that. We're going to have banners that run across the front page to be able to really highlight some of the work that we're doing.
With, of course, the help of a highly skilled team of public information officers. We discovered the head of that team was making almost $167,000, pay that's doubled since Gilmore's time just 4 years ago.
Every time that there's an incident, we want to learn more or we reach out. It seems to be that same old canned response that they can't respond. Was that kind of the go-to for you guys when you were in that role?
There's good reason to keep that information private, to protect names and not release details of an ongoing investigation. But what I found was that CYFD, in my opinion, very often used that umbrella of privacy protection designed for the children and families to sort of hide under it themselves.
So what did we get for that eye-popping salary? A temporary employee who was on staff for just 3 months.
Going into a legislative session, there are a lot of requests for information. There's a lot of media around the department and what needs to be getting out to the public. And so it's really a disservice if you don't have somebody in that role to provide that information.
What information did she release during the session? I don't remember getting one email from her.
I don't know so much that she sent out emails, but just filtering the requests that were coming in, keeping track of the requests through the roundhouse, tracking legislation that was, pertinent to CYFD.
We did the math. CYFD paid its PIO nearly double the average Child Protective Services supervisor and almost 3 times the average caseworker.
Those are the jobs that bring meaningful change. We don't need a spin doctor at the top trying to spin data and convince us that, we're any better.
If things were different, if outcomes outcomes were better, if meaningful change was easier to track, if we could get answers when something goes wrong, perhaps we wouldn't be questioning these expenses at all.
I don't think that the department, they don't go out and say, well, today we served this family and here's what we did. And maybe we need to. Maybe that needs to be more of the story about how we work on prevention and intervention and the services that we provide.
Brittany Costello, 4 Investigates.